Hello and welcome to another edition of the Chapters Corner podcast. I'm your host as always, Matty Harris. Joining me today we have KCK, Liam Ryan, and Blair Curtin. How are we, boys?
Um, Fuck. It's been a long, rough week all round here at Bondi, I think. But I got to say, I'm really looking forward to getting back in the side this week and getting things moving again.
Yep, it has been rough. It has been rough on and off the field. Yeah, damn.
Well,
What about you,
over
KCK?
here at Manly, it's a much different feeling.
C-
Very happy over here
can
at
you
the moment.
speak up? I can't hear you from up there.
I'm not surprised. Um,
Take the
yeah, it's very
compliment.
good
Don't
over
be a
here at
cunt
the
about it.
moment. Is it raining over there in Bondi? Um,
Thank you, I was thirsty.
no,
Fuck
very
you.
good over here, and just happy that we're playing good.
Yeah, must be nice. What about you, Liam? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Apart from that loss on Monday, we've been pretty good up here in
Uh,
Gold Coast.
must be
Feel pretty
nice
pleased with
only
that.
losing by 4 points.
Oh, we played. I think we played pretty well to only lose by. Did pretty well to only lose by 4. We had so many more errors. The Warriors were on a
Honestly, I
line
feel
for
like we
most of the
did pretty
game.
well to only lose by 36. it, it could have been so much worse. Like, it got to a
Well,
stage where I'm like, it's going to be 50. Like, oh. Anyways, let's not talk about that game. Let's actually talk about your game because it's first up: Warriors versus the Titans. Warriors up 22 to 18. Um, honestly, great game to watch. David Barner was an absolute machine. Bloody two tries, 230 run meters. Bloody, I think it was 8 or 9 line breaks for a prop, and he only played like 55 minutes. I think he did the double prop stint plus the lock. So yeah, that was nuts to watch. Then you even had I don't think this has ever happened. Actually, it might have happened in a Manly Eels game, but opposing props both scored doubles. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
Freaky McKay.
Yeah, Christian McKay, he scored a double too. It wasn't enough for you boys. Um, but yeah, bloody Barnett, even Corcoran, bloody, he had an amazing game. But yeah, yeah. Got any thoughts on this game, Kane? If you watched it,
I actually did watch it, you ass.
that's why I said if. I didn't know.
No, but you covered it pretty well. But yeah, it was a very entertaining game to watch. Um,
I cover a lot of things pretty well. I'm fat.
thought thought the Warriors would obviously just a bit better on the night, clearly. Um, but you never really know with uh, the Titans and how they're going to come out because they can come out and blitz you or they can just try to grind a win out. But the Warriors just seem to be proving a lot of people wrong and really getting back those points that they lost at the start of the season.
I was gonna say I expected him to do pretty well this season. Just it is a tough ask starting from -4, but they've already cut that in half. And if you look at it, they're only 4 points behind half of the top 8. So it's not much of a big hill to climb back from, especially this early on in the season. But yeah, well done to them. Their first win of the season, beating one of the one of last season's top 4. So good stuff. We'll move on to a game that I think Kane's going to be happy to talk about. It was another win. Manly over the Dolphins, 13 points to 12. Um, but a very close game. I say it was marred by a lot of unforced errors from both sides. Um, while I'd say Walmsley was the standout. He ran for like 240 odd run meters. So good stuff from him. Um, I thought Manly was going to go away with it big time because they got to like a 12-0 lead very early on and then just didn't do anything after that. What was your thoughts on the game, Kane?
Yeah, you see, I think it's something I'd want to talk about a lot more because we won, but I didn't like how we won. Like you said, we got off to a pretty quick lead, and then just took our foot off the throat and just sat back and let them keep coming at us the whole game, and it went down to 1 point in the end, which was very frustrating with how we started because we could have just kept going on and going on, or played a lot better, but we just backed off. It was like we won the first, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then the next 60 was just Dolphins. And yeah, a lot of
I
mistakes on
wouldn't say
either
it was
side.
just Dolphins. There was a small period where it was the Dolphins, but most of it was just who was going to play shitter.
So who would make the next mistake?
Yeah.
But it just felt like we really let it go in the end.
I mean, you still won and you're sitting pretty up at the top of the ladder. So
Yeah, but it's not a pretty win. It's a win's a win at the end of the day, but it's not a win you can be exactly proud of.
so like you.
Because there's a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. Whereas last week's win was like something to be a bit more pumped up about because it was the premieres and we're able to knock them off by a couple points and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a fair enough analysis. I noticed you glossed over the insult. Well done. Um, is there anything you boys want to say about the game?
No, I think you covered it pretty much in a summary there. Yeah, the Finns certainly in that game have started their campaign pretty well, but scrappy win from Manly to chirk out a win and move on with 2-0 to start their season.
Well, there we go.
Fins down.
Nice, nice.
Give it to your mate, Snicker.
He's not me, mate.
He's his bro.
Please be right now.
Oh shit! All right, let's move on to the Dogs Raiders game. Moana proving the doubters wrong. Had an absolute game of all time, scoring 2, setting up 1, I believe it was. And just showing why, at least for this week, proving why he should be playing 13. Just, I feel like the Dogs should have done more, in the sense that like they are playing the Raiders. The Raiders aren't that great of a side. Sorry to your mate Blair, but they're doing it tough. I'd say one thing though is their rookies are shining. Lucy Driscoll's looking good there at 12. Didn't look so great in the centres. I think bloody Lewis would have realised that and not done that swap for this week. Dane Blaine, bloody hell of a game out in the centre. Scored that. He scored that try right on full time, just about to help with the Musbet. I was super happy with that. I was watching the game with Kane, and I rode that try, that run like I was watching a grand final for my team. Just bloody go, son, go. But yeah, you boys have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I think Raiders. I mean, it's hard to believe that 2 seasons ago they were premiers. You know, Jordan's pretty good at getting some value out of his rookies. Moving Lucy to centre's a bit of an odd choice given where she'd be at in terms of her upgrading and stuff. So definitely a bit of an odd decision, but pretty solid performance from an 80-minute player. particularly with where she's at in terms of upgrading. So, congratulations to her. Yeah, I just think that Canberra they just need something. I don't know whether it's a bit more experience or what to just get them back moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. What about you boys? Anything?
No, you've covered it pretty nicely, to be honest.
I
Yeah,
love how
agreed, you can.
that's the common denominator with all our things is I go on a tangent and then I say, oh, well, what are your thoughts? Oh, you covered it pretty well, and we move on.
Yeah, but when you actually do, it's like, well, I don't know what else really to say.
Just I don't know,
Yeah,
be
you're
like,
not wrong.
hey, they scored a good try, unga bunga, just caveman this shit.
No,
Anyways,
Ken, you have to go waka waka. Just
Oh,
Ken's
okay,
punchline.
okay.
please, just not this again.
God.
Beating a dead
Oh,
horse.
anybody catch my try animation? All on the Roosters and on Matt Harris. How good.
Of course, I
Matt
didn't
wasn't
see
happy
him
when he
on
saw
this
that.
week.
Matt
Scored the
hated
week
seeing
before.
mine.
Just why?
Thank you, Will. I messaged Will.
I
Thank
just
you.
have this feeling that Will did it specifically on purpose. Because I rarely fend to save my life, and he has Kane specifically fending me in that animation.
Beautiful.
It's offset because I really like my bloody animation. So I'll cop that one on the chin because my one's pretty good. Anyways, Knights versus the Sharks. 22-12. Knights winning this one. It was a very close game for a long time. Bloody, I think it was Malchus really owned the middle early on in that game. But the Sharks just really couldn't capitalize in the end. I think they were up 12-6, about 20 minutes to go. And the Knights just kind of took over from there. Nanai scoring a great match sealer at the end there. I think he went straight over the top of Sonny Tyre. So he wouldn't be too happy about that one. But all in all, was a solid game to watch between two of, I would say, they're two of this season's heavyweights. I think Sharks and the Knights have shown enough this season, early on at least, to say that they're going to be good this season. And yeah, I haven't spoken too much about this one. Care to chime in, boys?
I'm not sure that Sharks are a heavyweight. And, Physician Hill thyself in that
Maybe a
regard,
light
if so.
heavyweight. Maybe a light heavyweight.
I'm not even sure if they're going to make finals.
I honestly agree with Blair. Like
I
mean,
that's kind of how I feel.
they did play the Raiders first round. I'm just trying to be positive, all right. Even if my take's wrong, at least I'm trying to be nice.
I don't know. They feel a lot like they did last season. They did get a couple of good wins in there, but they just weren't able to hold enough consistency throughout the season to make the 8. And I think they were the first expansion club to be to be sort of confirmed not making finals.
I mean, they were the only expansion club not to make the finals.
Yeah.
Well, true.
The rest of them got top 4.
Sharks are ruining it.
Nah. This what I'm about to say works against my argument before. I think it's probably too early to really tell. Give it another couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll really have a fair idea on how the competition's looking.
I mean, I'd definitely like it if we did them 36-4 again.
I'd just like it if we just win. That'd be fucking nice.
Oh,
True.
What about you, Kane? Any thoughts on the Night Sharks game? Yep, grape chat. Fucking idiot.
Okay.
You took so long to respond there.
Don't worry then.
It takes him a while to think.
Yeah, it's fucking effort for him, eh?
Well, fuck you then.
Should we just move on?
I just
Yep,
wanted
fuck
to
off.
mention before we move on. I wanted to mention the Butterfield try that he scored in the game when he dummied and ran. It was a really nice try.
Oh yes, I did see that try also. That was a beauty.
Pretty good try to watch. Contender for try of the year, I reckon. Although there was a couple of dummy tries this weekend. They looked pretty nice whenever they paid off.
I think it was. I don't want to accidentally talk them up because I don't want to be doing this. But I think it was one of Ben O'Donnell's tries against the Storm was a really good try.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember how it looked, but there was one that just looked absolutely sublime.
A lot of draw and
was
passing and all that stuff. It went one way,
It
back
was
the other way.
literally one of the best AI tries I've ever seen RLL4 do. Like, that was brilliant.
Now, my favourite was, I think it was season 4 against...
Oh, the grand final.
No. I think it was season 3, 4, or 5. I cannot remember which one. It was mainly Rabbits, not in the grand final.
So literally half of the seasons we've seen so far, it
Yeah.
could have been one off.
I just remember, I think it was short ball to Will K. Will K gives it to me. I like half swerve, get a fend, and then as I'm getting tackled by the fullback, I've done this like perfect offload to Dingo. It was like a 70-meter try. That was like one of the nicest AI tries I've seen. Or tries, I should say, because they're all AI tries. Anyways, now we should actually move on to the Storm and the Grubs. We were just talking about the Grubs try. One of the only shining lights in a game. You all right there, mate?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts out on the Storm. No, thank you.
Fair enough. Anyway, Storm, 50 points to 22.
So does that mean Souths are out of running for the Premiership?
I'm gonna say yes.
Can you concede 50 and win the comp?
I'm gonna say no team has in the SRL because not many teams have conceded 50 as a whole.
Well, true.
I think the
Roosters conceded 48 points in 2002 in the NRL and went on to win the comp.
Yeah, we're actually the record, like the record holder for the most points conceded in a game and still winning the comp. It's
right.
like I don't think that's a good record to have, but
Doesn't matter, still got the Premiership.
I mean that's it. That Premiership's the reason I support the Roosters, so there we go. Anyways, Storm Grubs, just an absolute massacre is what that was. Corey Bell bloody having a masterclass. I've wrote here, Wabbit season marred by some bad weather. I like that one a little bit.
That should have been KCK's Jack, because he's a dad.
You know what? You're not wrong. But if, like, our regular viewers would know this, and anyone that's watched any of our podcasts will know this, I'm the dad joke guy.
And go get a DNA test.
Yeah, that's messed up, bro.
I know it's mine.
God damn. Yeah, anyways, bloody, it was a good game. I felt Manu Fire-Philly was really good in the centres. Which is dumb. It's second row. But then, we have second rows that go alright in centre as well. Ben O'Donnell, bloody still just doing Ben O'Donnell things. He's he's still the best winger in the comp. Cannot believe people disagreed. Well, I mean, Will K directly disagreed with me picking him in Australia for like against New Zealand, bloody about a month or two ago now. Um, like he wanted bloody Maverick Oldfield. No, mate, not happening. Um, but yeah, sad that it's in a losing side for him, but he's still doing great.
This Rabbitohs backline is insane. It's certainly going to click at some point. Ben O'Donnell's been very good over the first 2 weeks. I think that this team's very close to being on that level that they're going to be at that premiership contender. I think I do not rule out the Rabbitohs at all just yet.
I think they've got the same struggle that the Roosters are having at the moment, where it's their forwards that need to click for them to start going good.
Yeah, they've got a weak-ish forward line, especially in the 14-15, but I think that they've got some marquee forwards which will certainly not hurt them. Jesse Bennett, of course, and Aaron O'Hare need to lead that line, which is what helped them last season. They need to get going for the Rabbitohs to find their success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's hope that doesn't happen for them, though.
And it's always the challenge, isn't it? Yeah. It doesn't matter how good your backline is if your scrum pack can't lay the base for that success. You're not gonna enjoy any success, and we're about to talk about that in a minute, I fear.
Yeah.
But rugby league really is a game built on forward pack dominance, and it doesn't matter whether it's big hairy blokes charging each other on a field or a computer simulation.
Yeah.
If you force that's the platform, you're not going to win.
That's one thing the AI's got right, is that if the props and forwards aren't doing anything, then you tend to lose your game.
Yeah.
Speaking of forwards not doing anything, I guess we should move on to the Roosters Panthers game.
Good segue.
That is the worst segue I've ever done because I hated it so much. But it's very accurate. 46-10.
I've got to say that was the toughest game to watch of SRL to watch that I've ever seen. And it was worse because I wasn't out there. Yeah, we just got dominated. 4 Panthers players ran over 200 metres. 3 if you want to discount their starting booker. Mansour, Marks, and Prakash. And
Marks played half a game at centre. He shouldn't have got 200. That's just how we were playing.
And he got a lot of those metres at centre.
He played 40 at centre. No. He got most on the wing because he got like an 80-metre breakaway try.
Yeah.
But it's still 200. I think it was 207.
But then you look just under that. Prakash, he led the way 60 metres in 60 minutes, 207 metres. And then Allison, and he probably copped more stick than any other Panthers forward from us. He still made 130 metres. Johnson still cracked 120. And it's hard to believe that Bailey Wilson only got the 27 metres because he still managed to come up with a meat pie for all that as well.
Yeah, speaking of that meat pie, I need to let the record be shown. The commentators absolutely ripped on Weston for that, and it wasn't even him that failed that contest. It was actually Edwards that missed that ball. And that they continued to rip on him all game, saying he's been awful at the back. I think there was like 1, maybe 2 tries where he could have stopped, but he just wasn't there for. But all in all, it wasn't exactly a a
There's
bad
only so
performance.
much you can expect out of Riley's commentary, isn't there?
I agree. And spoiler alert, he's commentating our game next week. Bloody yeah, just this is the closest to me breaking something while watching, like just actual proper rage that I've gotten to.
We know you cancelled the podcast.
I didn't fucking cancel the podcast.
We were meant to record yesterday.
I'll have you know, I had a migraine. It
Yeah,
it was
hang on,
induced
hang
from.
on.
No, let me fucking talk. It was induced from
No.
that game.
There might have been a correlation between the two.
There was
things,
definitely a correlation. I out and out stated it in the chat. I'm just like, hey, I got a migraine
That's what I was gonna
from
say.
from that game.
Gonna have to postpone it till tomorrow. Legit got a migraine from that game tonight.
Yep.
It's
I will
like when you
admit that
forget to
shit.
get your girlfriend an anniversary present, and she suddenly gets a headache when you both head to bed.
That reminds
What do
me
you
of
mean?
that.
You get the president, and she still gets a fucking headache.
That reminds me of that scene
Yours,
on
maybe.
fucking American Dad.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen that? It's that scene on American Dad, but he stands out fishing with his boss. And the boss is like, "Why are you out here?" And he's like, "Oh, you know, it's coming up to like the 1 year anniversary of this massive fight that me and the wife had." And then like the boss is like, "Oh, what was it for?" And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot the anniversary." And then it just goes quiet for a few seconds, and then he starts screaming and runs back home. So that's what that reminds me of. Anyways, we're getting way off topic. Why are we talking about American Dad?
We always do.
Oh fuck, yeah. Now this is because I have to. I'm the Roosters captain, so I'm gonna try to pick a positive out of that game. And I will say, there's two positives. One, I got to see my fucking scoring animation again. Never gonna get over that. Two, and more realistically, Ryan O'Driscoll's debut. He only played bloody 22 minutes, but he had 6 runs for 96 meters, 3 line breaks, bloody. All in all, bloody solid debut for the short time that he had there. He made the most of it. Unfortunate to go down the way we did on his debut, but he can at least hold his head high.
One thing to remember about Rain is that Rain's only had 5 upgrades.
Yeah, he's fresh.
Yeah. For him to come out, put in that effort, and you know he did put in a real effort out there was really great to see.
I guess
One thing that I do really wonder is if I hadn't got sim binned in that Knights game, I reckon we might be looking at a 1-1 record. Without that sim bin, I reckon we beat the Knights.
You were our best player. Besides Milo. Can't forget Milo. He was
Milo
amazing.
was heaps better.
You were really good too though. You had like 3 try assists, were kicking well. So
But I guess I don't think I would have given the sim we got. I don't think I would have been good for a 37-point turnaround by the Panthers. But at the same time, I think if I'm out there, we don't get 46 put on us either.
One of our problems we had against the Panthers was our kicking game. We rarely could actually get into the attacking zone, but when we did, we just weren't getting those kicks off. Both our tries were, I believe, one was just a barge over first receiver. That was mine. I think Jimmy got a kick away for Butler.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
other than that, we're kicking into our own players. Bloody just had no cohesion at all. And that's on the halves, that's on the hooker, that's on our props as well. A lot of the time, our props were getting in the way, or just props our forwards. And while we're here talking about it, I think it's time we can address the Martin in the room, Lockie Martin's scathing but fair fair-ish review of us. I'd say it's fair in the sense that it's scathing, but I don't believe he had the right target. So he basically blamed our woes on our halves and our fullback and our wingers, when in reality it is our forwards that aren't firing, and that's why we're struggling. Like, we got Milo. He's doing what Milo does, but 11s are going to go good regardless of if you're winning or losing. You need your 13s, your 8s, your 10s to really step up if you want to be winning the games.
It's also important to remember that when you're in a spine position, the microscope's always on you, and when the team's doing well, you're gonna look great. But if the team's doing shit, you're gonna look like the worst blokes in the side.
Yeah, because you touch the ball the most, so it's going to look like you're the problem.
Absolutely. Look, I do think a lot of Lachlan's criticism was pretty fair. I know that we're running a rather unconventional spine. You know, whether I'm playing at 9 or 6, whether Tierney or Jimmy's at 9, you know, and whether we've got Weston or Edwards at fullback, we're going to have some people who aren't necessarily the best regarded in the position. But on the flip side of that coin, look at all the criticism that I copped at my time in hooker. Now I've moved to the halves, and everyone's saying that, oh no, Blair Curtin's a shoe-in for half. Shoe-in for hooker. What's he doing in the halves? You'll always cop criticism. You just need to rise above it and keep pushing through. And if I'm going to give one message to the rest of the boys in the sheds, it's going to be that Fords do need to fire up.
Myself included.
But to everyone, also back yourself and trust that your player's going to do the right thing on the field.
Like, you do your job, and your teammates should be doing their jobs. We'll focus on the little things, and we'll get back to winning, hopefully this week against the Vermin.
I've got to say, I really want to see my boy get a blinder in.
I hope we all have blinders. I really do.
I think by the end of that game, we're going to be hearing glory, glory.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear this cunt. I fucking hate you, cunt. Absolute fucking...
Glory,
fuck off,
something.
cunt. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fucking... Oh...
Let's sing the whole song.
I will fucking... I'll end the podcast and we'll be done.
Get the video up.
We'll
stream it.
Straight up,
So
if that happens, I'm telling you right now, if I get bullshitted like that, podcast is over and we're never doing another one. So, to our regulars, it would be their fault and you're going to know why. And this doesn't even have to happen on air. If they send it to me at any time, I'll be fucking done. Don't fucking do it.
I mean, Souths are such thieves that they actually stole that from the Americans. It's a rip-off of the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Yeah, not surprised. And then you got fucking Manly, who just straight up took Eagle Rock. And Tiger's Eye of the Tiger.
That's not our team song.
Hmm?
That's not our team song. That's just the song they play. The song, our actual team song, is what we sing in the sheds all the time.
You fucking idiot. You think the fucking rabbits sing Glory, Glory in the fucking sheds? No, they got something else too, you fucking idiot.
I've heard them sing
We're talking about the theme song, not the victory song, you fucking idiot.
And mate, you know what? It's a good song.
You're saying that as a man.
What's Roosters?
It's like
We've got our traditional "Here Come the Roosters."
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna sing it because I'm not gonna be a hypocrite.
East know how to play the game. They play it hard and fair.
Yeah, that. We're not singing it. We're just saying the words.
You just don't play nothing hard and fair.
We're cocks. We definitely play it hard.
We don't. I've seen you play the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, we've still got the 2013 Grand Final.
Yeah.
I'm talking about SRL, not NRL.
Ah, okay.
I mean, NRL, it's only the last week we weren't playing great. the 6 weeks leading up to that last week, we were playing super good. Anyways, Broncos versus the Cowboys. Let's get back on track.
I didn't watch this
I don't think any of us did.
because fuck the Broncos.
No, you know, I'm above that. I'm above that now.
He thinks he's better than us guys.
Screw the Broncos. I'm not going to swear at them. No. I didn't have time to watch this game because I was readying a bath. Basically, from what I could tell, I think I seen Cowboys up 18-6 at halftime. Broncos caught back up, got to 18-all. They kicked a field goal. But then the Cowboys scored 2 tries after that in the last 8 minutes to win the game.
Lol, Broncos.
Blair, stop hating on him for reasons I've already fucking explained. Yeah, I think Dingo had a good game. So did plays, the fullbacks doing fullback things, and Jamison. That's all I've gotten written here. Was just a few players that I thought did good, looking at stats. AMAC, feel free to let me know who was actually the best players in that game. That'd be sweet. But yeah,
I gotta say, Jamison's been a hell of a pickup.
I mean, he's like Drew Matthews. I put those two together in the sense they came up at the same time, and they've both just been outstanding for their clubs.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I probably should have mentioned this in the last game, but Lincoln Riggle, he's my rookie of the season so far. He's been so good.
Yeah, he really has performed. You know, hooker's a tough position, particularly as a rookie. And these guys have just really taken it on. And
I'm gonna actually play devil's advocate and say no. Hooker's actually easier to play when you're a rookie. It's after you've played a few seasons you start becoming shit. Just ask Jimmy. Just ask Tim James.
I'm gonna go ahead and say my rookie of the season is somebody that hasn't been given a chance yet because Matthew's too scared to roll the dice on him.
You're gonna give your current rookie of the season to a player that you've only seen in Sims.
Yeah, and if he does anything like he's done in Sims, he's gonna get rookie of the season.
Okay, so he
I'll
makes.
play it. Who have you got in mind?
He's talking about Jasper. I played Jasper in the halves, and he decimated Manly.
Yeah, but it's certainly Manly.
We can't say it's only Manly when they're coming first.
And
Yeah,
the
we
fact
can.
that I've won about 40 Sims to Matthew's like 5.
To be fair though, those 5 are like the last 5 out of the last 6 games.
No, we won the one the other night.
You won 1 last night. That's why I said
That's
5 out of
alright, we
6.
won.
Anyways, let's move on to champ and chump. For the champ, we already spoke about him, but it's David Barner. There's no way I could pick anyone else. 230 run meters, 8 line breaks, 2 tries in 55 minutes of footy. Goddamn,
Yeah,
man.
fair.
Goddamn.
Lenny would probably be a fucking honourable mention there.
Lenny's an honourable mention. McKay. I mean, yeah. For the chump, or I should say chumps, we spoke about this one. It's not fucking hard to fucking pick this one either. I've just written the Roosters forwards.
Oh, I was thinking of an insult to say, Chop should be Roosters forwards. You've actually got it.
Yep. My biggest,
Blair.
well,
Blair wasn't there.
Blair's not our forward. He plays 5'8".
Yeah, well, he's
And I
wasn't in the
didn't
team.
play
So
last week either, so...
that's what I'm saying, minus Blair, because Blair wasn't there, so...
yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
So my biggest thing there is, like, we conceded 36 line breaks, right? But we conceded 19 clean line breaks, where they just ran through the line and nobody got there. That's just not up to SRL standard. Not a happy chapter at all with that. But we've already spoken a lot about that, so we're just going to move on. We've got our team of the week. I'll start with the outside or the back five. I got Corey Bell at fullback. Just they couldn't pick against him. Bloody a hat trick. Bloody all over the park was really good. On the wings, I've got Ben O'Donnell and Kobe Kelly.
Don't give that kid an even fatter head.
I'm gonna pick based off stats and all that stuff. So he probably doesn't even watch this. It's fine. In the centres, I've got Cyrus Marks and Lucas Deuce.
Yeah.
In the halves, I've got Sione Madaus and Levi Raymond. It was hard. It was hard to pick halfback, so I picked the only halfback that scored a try and won his game.
Fair.
Yeah. The only other two halfbacks to score were was Felix and Butler. So that was a thing. For the front row, I've got David Barner and Anthony McDonald. And
Harsh
James.
on Lenny.
Well, that's the thing. I pick based on their number. So if you start at 8, you get to be picked for 8. You don't get to be picked for 10.
Okay.
So Barner was the best 8, and McDonald was the best 10.
Alright.
James Fawn is our hooker. Four tries this would do that for you. For our back row, I've got Coven Walmsley and Luke Driscoll. Driscoll got it twice in a row. In saying that, so did Ben O'Donnell. And at 13, I've got Damian Moana. Off the bench, I have Kalen Kelly. So, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, not too bad. You might be about to hate me a bit more, but I'd actually like to point out just how good Mataus's try was against us.
You know what I hated about that try? Is so often when you get tackled over the line, held up, coming up to last tackle, they either don't kick or get the worst kickoff ever, and just our luck in that game was he got a beautiful bloody grubber for himself. It's like, yeah, fuck you.
That was an absolutely beautiful grubber. I was just watching that and thinking, damn.
That was You ever try to angrily throw a fucking pillow? That's what happened.
Yep.
That's what fucking happened to me there. Like I went to punch a wall. I'm like, no, and I grabbed the pillow and I slammed it on the floor. Cats scattered. It was a wake up call. I went silent after that and I was just watching the game. I think after that point the only noises I made was angry laughter. Yeah,
I know you're in a joker.
you know when the fucking bullshit happens and you're so fed up, you're just like, oh yeah, that's what I expected. Oh. But yeah, anyways, should we move to the power rankings?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to say it. I really don't want to say it.
Out from the bottom of the top.
Fuck it, we're starting from the bottom, and we'll get to here. So we got the Chooks at 14.
How beautiful.
It's like I'm not going to be biased and put us any higher than we deserve to be right now. The Grubs are at 13 because they haven't been much better. Then we have the Raiders at 12 and the Broncos at 11. Then we got Bulldogs at 10, Titans at 9, Warriors at 8. We got Panthers at 7, Sharks at 6, and Dolphins at 5. And then rounding off is our top 4. We've got Storm 4, Cowboys 3, Knights 2, and Manly 1. That's where you guys give your reaction and not go quiet.
I'm just digesting because we're hearing this live too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon you could make a case for Knights being first. Aside from that, probably no real argument.
I had Manly first because they beat the Premiers in their 2 games. While the Knights should have flogged us and only won by 2 and struggled to get through the Sharks.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair.
And then Cowboys, they're below the Knights just because of the caliber of sides they played weren't as good as the other 2.
Where'd you say the Raiders were? Sorry,
12.
12th. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought I heard them above the Titans, and I'm like,
No.
what?
No.
I was like, they haven't even won a
So
game.
you guys aren't in the top 8 in my power rankings because you struggled to beat the Spooners. We're last because we got smashed by the Spooners, so it's not all fucking against yous. But you struggled to beat the Spooners and then lost to the Warriors, who aren't exactly
Although
the
I
best
think-
side. They're both better sides than they were last season, and they've already proven that. But in the early rounds of power rankings, you got to base it off what teams were doing last season to do the power rankings. Starting next week, it's going to be more or less, did you beat a side that's way higher than you on the ladder? Yes? Okay, you move up.
Yeah, 100%. I just think that with the Titans, so I know I'm biased, but I think that a lot of the issues were self-inflicted, and to only lose by 4, and we didn't even play that well against the Panthers to win by what was it, like 12?
12,
I think
I think
it's
it's
a good
30 to 18 or
performance
something
to
like that.
start the season. I think we can be a lot better, so we can take positives out of that.
Yeah, I feel like the Roosters can be a lot fucking better too. It's hard to be worse than what we are.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Don't tempt fate.
I tempt fate all the time. We get fucked over all the time.
I wonder if there's a relationship between those 2 things.
Probably. Maybe it's a domestic relationship. It's a fucking hate each other. Anyways, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna leave that one.
We're gonna cut that out if I can figure out how. Let's just hope that it didn't get caught on the thing. Anyway, we're gonna move on to next week's games. Bloody
Rivalry round.
yes, rivalry round where most teams playing each other don't actually have a rivalry with each other.
Well, there's at least a few SRL rivalries in there, which is nice. It's good to see that we're as a competition developing some of our own rivalries. So I'm not hating it.
I would have done Dolphins and Warriors.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, Dolphins, Warriors, probably Bulldogs, Titans. Or actually, you know what? Dolphins, Bulldogs, because you got one half of the Cowboys versus the other half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Let's actually talk about the team list. First game up, we got the Raiders and the Warriors. Just having a little sticky beak. Raiders swap their wingers around. They've got Rahul playing at 8. Chadder's in the starting lineup, so well done, mate. Got Jordan Lewis at 13. I'd say they've made some positive changes. I'm not sure about Chatter starting at 10, but we'll see how it goes there. I feel like
Cheddar's pretty high rated for a rookie, if memory serves.
I haven't checked that, so I'm probably misinformed.
64 or 65.
One thing's for certain is that number 9 probably needs to retire. Maybe just have Charlie start at 9. Yep. Not even joking. Not even fucking joking. And to the Warriors, we got just having a little sticky beak to swap the halves around. So I see McCartney's listened. Um, other than that, their side is 1-17. Not too bad. I say Warriors win this, and the Warriors win big. So I'd say at least 14 points. What's your tips on this one, boys?
You know what? I'm gonna tip I'm gonna tip the Raiders to strike back.
Is that just
I
because
reckon the team
Lewis is your
rookies will
mate?
do it. Sorry,
Is that just because Lewis is your mate?
in part.
Yeah. What about you, Liam? What about you, Kane?
I think that the Warriors were inconsistent last season, so I'm gonna go with Raiders 1-8. They'll strike back.
Kane?
I'm going to go with the Warriors, 9-18.
Not
I
bad.
feel like they're just gonna come out and just prove that they're a much better side this week and this season.
Right, fair enough. Next on the agenda, we got the Panthers taking on the Bulldogs. And how the turns have tabled. Um, last time these two teams faced off, you had Panthers without a win, Bulldogs without a loss, and Panthers coming up trumps. Now Panthers are looking pretty good. Bulldogs haven't been the most convincing in their win, and obviously they got beat soundly in round one. Looking at their lineups, Panthers look 1-17. Yes, they are. Bulldogs.
No real surprises there.
No real surprise. You win by 36. You don't change anything. And Bulldogs, they have put Kobe back to 11, which is the right choice. Putting Mobs back to 10. I agree with that change. Other than that, nothing has changed. I'm going to say Panthers in a tight one, actually.
I think I've got Bulldogs 9-18.
Are the tips out? Are they?
Yeah,
I just seen that the tips are out. I was like, oh, have they been put up?
yeah, they have. Yeah, I think I've got Bulldogs 9-18, and you know, I realise it's big tipping against the Panthers after they absolutely flogged us, but I will point out that we weren't full strength. And
I will point out that us missing you wasn't the problem we had. Our problem was the players
it
on the field
wasn't.
here.
It wasn't. But still, we weren't full strength.
Any excuse, right? Any excuse.
I just think that Panthers, they definitely are flying high at the moment, but I do think the Bulldogs are going to check them. Bulldogs are a very strong team. They've got threats all around the park, and yeah, I think Bulldogs will do it.
Well, there we go. What about you, Liam?
Yeah, I feel like the Bulldogs, they're going to come out firing. I'm going to say Bulldogs 19+, to be honest.
Oh, damn. And Kate?
I'm gonna go with Bulldogs as well, but 9-18.
There we go. We all got different different ones.
Oh, I got 9-18
I
Bulldogs as well.
thought you said 1-8. Never mind.
No, 9-18.
All right. We'll move on. We've got the Finns and the Broncos. Finns.
I think I've got the Broncos in a tight one here.
Oh, yeah. Just looking at the side. Finns look 1-17.
Makes sense.
Broncos. I'm kind of feeling for Riker at the moment, eh? Like,
Yeah.
so I feel bad for him because on our standpoint, it's like we were going to sign him, and then just, last second, a player was going to backflip and we could have had a chance to keep him, and he was part of our leadership. So we just, we took the chance then and there and we did it. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, now we don't have an out-and-out fullback, and then there's an out-and-out fullback that's stuck on the wing. So, fuck. There's not much I can say without getting in trouble. So, good, decent team list. I reckon they'll do well. Bloody. Oh, it's hard to pick this one. Well, I'm gonna go Dolphins 1-8.
Okay, I've got Broncos 1-8. You know, they did the Finns did a good job fighting back against Manly, but yeah, I think that Broncos are going to come home from Redcliffe with the Chockies.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You say
I think
coming home
Redcliffe-
from Redcliffe, but Redcliffe is pretty much home anyway.
Redcliffe is actually I spent a fair bit of time in Brisbane as a kid. Redcliffe's a fair trek from city centre. It's quite a long way from Red Hill.
Hmm.
I don't know if you said it on purpose or if you even said it, but did you say Red Hell?
Red Hill.
Because Red Hell would have made more sense because, you know, it's Queensland, it's hell up there. But yeah,
Actually, like visiting Queensland, but I wouldn't want to live there.
the only part of Queensland I like visiting would be like the Gold Coast, because that's where the attractions are.
True, but I also want to visit the Daintree one day. I haven't had the chance for that yet.
I went to Fortitude Valley one time. And I don't know how to politically correctly say this.
It's a shithole.
No. So it was a particular person that I encountered while I was there. Me and me mate went to a comedy club and we're outside smashing down a double quarter pounder as we do. And this,
Do you want to say this in something that's being recorded, or should we wait until
Yep,
after the call?
I'm gonna fucking risk it for the biscuit because I'm already here. So it was this person I believe to be a lady.
Oh God.
She was riding around in, the best way to put it is 80s gear. Like she's got like the roller skates on. She's straight up got a boombox on her shoulder playing 80s music, rolling around and just asking anyone who would listen if they wanted a quote unquote good time.
That's very Valley.
Yeah,
That is very Valley.
that's my only experience with that place. So, I just needed that to be out there. And I felt like I explained that very well to the point that I shouldn't be cancelled.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Moving on. Oh wait, no, Kane. What did you do? 1-8. Bloody who? Or you reckon it's gonna be a bigger scoreline?
I reckon it'll probably be 1-8.
Which team? That would also help.
I swear I said it already.
I don't know. Kind of went on a
'Cause
tangent there for a second. So
Because this is the Dolphins one, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Dolphins Broncos.
Yeah, I saw they answered. Oh well, Dolphins 1-8.
All right, sweet. Moving on. We got the Titans and the North Queensland Cowboys. I'll run through Cowboys quickly, and then Liam, you can run through the Titans. Just looking, having a little sticky beak. I cannot. Is it Sinclair's on the bench now in place of forward? Or was that always the case? It's a question, boys, not rhetorical.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
By the science,
study
we
the
said we don't
Cowboys
know.
team.
I can't remember who was starting out of them two, but let's just say they 1-17 for simplicity's sake. What about the Titans? Any changes for you boys?
No, we won to 17.
All right, that's easy. I'm going to go Titans 1-8. I reckon the Titans will be winning by a good margin, but they're going to throw 15 forward passes in a row or intercepts and let the Cowboys back into
I
it.
swear to God, if we throw intercepts again this game, I'm gonna cry. I literally am not going to be able to cope. I will just walk out of that room and just be like, nah, not watching that.
You're just going to
Because
fall
it
back
is
out of the room.
frustrating.
Have you guys 9-18?
Yeah, I'm hoping we win. I'll tip us 9-18.
I got used to
Hopefully we can
9-18.
get it done.
All right, so we've all tipped the Titans.
Let's go.
Does that mean the Cowboys are going to win?
No, no.
All right.
Majority rules.
All right, let's move on to Cronulla and the Storm. Cronulla.
Storm by a cricket score.
You know what? I don't think we have to
I-
look at the lineups to say that's probably the case. Although Cronulla's...
If I tip Storm,
sorry to
if I
cut you.
tip Storm,
Fucking, we're fucked. We're fucked. I was going to say Cronulla's one of the only sides that beat Storm last season. Okay, no,
true.
carry on.
But if I tip Storm by 30 plus, do I get double coins for my tip? Because yeah, I can't see Sharks getting up here.
Yeah, I think Storm 19 plus, like, far out. The Sharks just... They've had some... Is the Mickey Mouse the correct term for their draw? Because I do not think they've actually done that well the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I just think they can get flogged this week.
I mean, I feel bad for the Sharks in the sense, like, yeah, okay, they did play Raiders, but their next 2 games are against both grand finalists in the Knights and then the Storm. So they haven't exactly had an easy draw. Again, looking at the team list, they look pretty 1-17 for me. I'm gonna tip Sharks to the upset 1-8. I reckon Nahan is gonna have a good one.
I've got Knights. Knights. I got Storm 19 plus.
You do have the Knights just in the next game.
Knights are winning, are they, Kane?
Oh, I hope not.
We did one sim for Knights Manly.
Shut up, Matthew.
I'm not gonna shut up. Fuck you. I think it was like Knights got up to like an 18-0 quick lead. Then Manly caught back up. It was 18-all, and then Knights were just like, nah, hold my beer. And it was like 48-18 or some shit. Final score. That was Manly's one test sim. However, the team list that he's gone with isn't the one that he lost to the Knights with.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, very close. Only the wings and centers got swapped.
No, the halves did too.
Your halves is Bontoff and Lewis.
I had Ash as my 5'8" in that sim.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't.
I did.
We can
I
agree
know
to
for a fact
disagree.
I did.
We can agree to disagree. Anyways, we already spoke about Cronulla and Storm, so I think it's perfect that we're talking about Newcastle and Manly now.
Yeah.
Like as I just said with Manly, the centers and wingers have been swapped. You've opted to keep the Goodwins on the same side, but that's just on the left side now. You got Young and Freeburn on the right side. Everything else is 1-17.
Standard.
Yeah. For the Knights, they are also stock standard. 1-17 in that scenario. I think Manly win. They're just too lucky in sims.
I don't like it if you tip us.
Well, if it's any consolation, Kane, I'm going to tip the Knights 9-18.
Well, that's not so fine with me.
Um,
I'm
no,
gonna
Knights.
tip you 1-8. Just
Okay. So Manly 1-8 for Matty. No, I just think that the Knights are absolutely on a hot streak at the moment. I don't think Manly has the side that can get them over the line. Yeah, Knights did have a
they
bit of a
beat the
great
Storm.
escape against us. But I just think we're a better quality side than Manly, and Knights will steamroll them.
Fair enough. I've got Knights 1-8. To be honest, I think it'll be a close game, but Knights will come out with the chockies.
All right, let's move on to the game of the round.
Roosters
didn't get a
19
vote.
plus.
We know you're gonna tip fucking
Well, I-
Manly. You're gonna tip Manly 1-8.
I'll just be quiet.
I was right, wasn't I?
I'll just. I refuse. Oh,
Anyways, we've got game of the round. The Grubs look 1-17.
fucking spoon bowl.
Hey, whoever wins this game's gonna be ahead of the Raiders. So fuck you.
It's the spoon bowl at the moment.
Anyway, so a few changes for the Roosters. We've swapped Edwards and Dolan's wings around. We've brought Cody back to the centres. Got Blair finally back into the side. That was a long week without you, buddy.
It was a long week watching from the sidelines.
It was a long fucking 80 minutes playing that game.
It was a long one watching.
We've opted for Tina to keep his 9 spot because he did good. He did good at 9.
You know, I'd just like to say I actually rate Tierney as a hooker.
He's honestly he's performed at least the second best out of any person to play hooker for the Roosters for us.
He can definitely play.
And I'm also not saying that to make you feel better because you're not even first. Because our best hooker performance wise was Lewis. He's gone.
Lewis is a really good attacking hooker, but he does struggle on the defensive side.
Yeah. So
But-
you're easily the best defensive hooker we got, but you have a lovely ability similar to Jimmy Ralph in throwing forward passes when we really don't need you to.
Don't throw as many forwards as Jimmy.
Not as many as Jimmy. No one can do that. He's got the record for that. Jimmy just beat out fucking Ash Crutcher for that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'd like to say I really rate Tierney as a hooker. I don't think he'll ever pull on a rep jersey, but you know he just does a solid job with decent service week in, week out. He might have genuinely been our second best player against Penrith.
Well, that
32
couldn't be
tackles
hard.
only.
The fucking
The
lie, the
32
witch, and the
tackles.
audacity of this bitch.
32 tackles and only one miss in a match where a lot of tackles were missed. You know, he really turned up and turned up better than most of the rest of the side.
I agree. Speaking of turning up, I felt like Buckley had a good short performance against Panthers, which has got him the call up into the 10 spot, or back into the 10 spot because he was there last season. I've opted to swap myself and Kerrigan around. Kerrigan has been working on his fend, and I feel like he'll be good in the middle there with that pace. And I've opted to go to the 11 spot to try to shore up that edge defensively. I've 99 strength and 99 tackle. Surely I can make some tackles there and try to limit. Was it Joey Kelly?
Yeah, it'll be Joey. Actually, won't Joey Kelly be coming on through on the 12 side?
No.
Okay.
Fullbacks are always the 11 side.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. Like they occasionally have that one play on like if a like Sanders taking the tackle like short side, they'll do that play.
Okay. For some reason, I thought they went 12 side.
No. That's why 12s don't have many missed tackles. Is because the fullbacks aren't running at them.
You know, that is something that sucks about the shift from hooker to half or 5'8", is that you, and Jimmy would have noticed this in his stats this week as well. You go, because the way, and to sort of speak from a meta perspective for a moment, the way that the AI sort of directs traffic to you at hooker, it's constantly coming on, and it's coming on very consistently, but it's coming on very...
Interrupt, but did anyone just see that in league alerts?
I
No.
didn't.
I'm gonna have a little sticky book.
State of Origin returns for Season 8.
Oh hells yeah!
Ooh, this is big. Will K has decided to seize the selection list from you. How do you feel about this, Matty?
I'm happy with that because he got the captaincy for Australia. It was my own strike that caused it, so.
I'm not. I thought I
He's
was
not.
next in line for the Blues captaincy.
No, you might still get captain though because he's
Oh, it's coach. It's not captain. It's coach.
yeah, he won't even play. Like it will just be
Coach,
it says
captain,
they're
the same shit.
ineligible.
Oh, no, so it's coach. It's coaches, not captains, will pick the sides and team lists. These coaches will be in the...
They'll
Okay,
still
so
be a captain,
Will K
but-
and Sonny Ty aren't actually allowed to play in this.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to play.
They're ineligible. Not that
Oh.
Tyre would probably make the Queensland side anyway.
I'm
It's not-
sorry, but they're saying like objectivity, and they're picking coaches and not captains, so people don't pick their friends. But I'm just saying from my experience of having Will in the bloody selection committee for Australia,
It'll just be the
he
Storm team
wanted a
minus
lot of
the-
Storm players.
It'll just be the
Yeah,
Storm team minus the
Will
Queensland eligible.
wanted a lot of players to be selected just on his behalf.
Trey Bonsakahu,
Oh my-
Maverick
If I
Oldfield.
see TBK for the New South Wales team, I'm actually going to be so happy.
Do you know
You're gonna
how
say tears of joy.
he was chewing my ear out trying to get TBK for Blues last season, and I'm like, no.
Wasn't he playing off the
Butler.
bench at that point?
Yeah, I think so.
We,
We wanted him over Butler. Look how Butler played for us.
yeah.
It's like, come on, mate, get a grip. You
Jesus.
can't say TBK is going to make it. Like, fuck.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, TBK's been solid, but he hasn't been Origin level solid.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we'll actually talk about that properly in a second. We'll just finish off this team list quickly.
How long have we been ranting about this team? Come on, man.
You know, it feels like fucking forever.
And we
I know.
no,
Seriously,
no,
just get the tip out.
fuck you. I just want
Especially when it comes to the Roosters. Oh,
I
goes
just wanted to
on.
quickly say that I'd say the way I've done the subs this week and the team list this week is it's the most even in terms of forwards getting minutes. I think there's only
The
one.
winning coach will gain captaincy for Australia.
I thought Sonny Tyre was bloody Pacifica.
Yeah, I thought Sonny was bloody Pacifico or some shit.
Well, that's what it says here. Where representative sides the prestigious honour, the winning coach will gain Australian captaincy for the upcoming Six Nations tournament.
Well, I'm pretty sure Pacific is the tier 2 side, so in
He's
theory, Sonny could
allowed,
represent both.
Yeah, Pacifico is tier 2, so. You know why.
It's nice to know that I'm at least having to wait another season before getting to maybe pull on that representative captaincy gig. I just hope I get selected, really.
You know,
For
now
sure.
now that I'm technically an SRL Origin neutral, I would find it funny if Will K selections crashed and burned.
I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't
So you,
like it,
I wouldn't because I'm a blue through and through.
but I would find it entertaining.
Hey, Will, just just putting it out there. I'm happy to be on the selection committee if you have one.
Yeah,
You may not agree
Nice.
with my choices and stuff like that, but when it comes to rep footy, I generally get it right.
we genuinely get it right.
Yeah, Kane too. Kane's cool. He can,
Fuck.
Kane can be the water boy.
Fuck you. Worst part is I've been in the rep scene longer than you. And
You've
you
been in
got to
the
call up
SRO
before
longer
me.
than me.
We were in the same season, but I
You
was calling up
you're
some
in the rep
rep honors
leadership.
before you.
You're in the rep leadership longer than me, but we started
Yeah.
rep together.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was in the rep leadership longer than you.
Yeah, and
And the
yeah,
worst part was
you never got to say. I think the one say you got was Punch being in the 25-man squad. That was all you got.
no, I got two stays. I got two stays.
Oh yeah, me at lock, wasn't it?
You at lock
Yeah.
was the only thing they agreed with me was you at lock and punch in the 25, and I had to fucking push for both of them.
Well, there you go. But you know, I'm super happy for there to be another Origin series. Origin 2 seasons in a row. We've never had that before.
Nah, it's good.
Does it say a time?
It'll be during the trade period when they announce
Yeah,
the
but
trade period.
I want to know when that is. For
Isn't it?
fucking
Wouldn't it be the
reasons.
same as be the same as this season, last season's, wouldn't it?
Maybe not. It depends on people's schedules.
Surely it'd be the middle of the season, just like last
It'll
time.
be somewhere around it, but it might. Let's say it might start round 5 instead of round 7. And anyways,
Who knows? We'll see.
one thing, and I know we're gonna have to go back to it, but for the bloody Vermin Roosters fucking game, we didn't do our tips.
Yeah, I don't think any of us
I-
do too.
I said Roosters 19 plus.
Or
Rabbits 9 to 18.
or Roosters 1-8.
I've got Rabbitohs. Let's go Rabbitohs 19 plus. Let's hope it happens again.
Fuck the grubs.